Hello, my name is Laura Epler, Chief Marketing Officer of the Ben Franklin Technology Partners of Northeastern Pennsylvania. As a result of the pandemic, there's a lot of technologies out there claiming to kill the coronavirus, and it can get kind of confusing because they all claim to be effective. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Kathryn C. Worrilow. She is the founder and CEO of LifeAire Systems, one of Ben Franklin's clients. She received her doctorate in anatomy and cell physiology from the University of Virginia School of Medicine and earned her postdoctorate degree from the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine. She's authored more than 60 scientific papers, textbook chapters, and textbooks. Dr. Worrilow, can you please describe the different technologies available for killing the coronavirus and how they work and what we need to know and consider?
Thank you, Laura. And that's a great question, and one that we're asked almost daily during this historic period. There are a number of technologies, most pre-existing, a few relatively new, that are being used to kill SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19. And yes, it can be confusing to the end user wanting to select the most effective technology, whether it be for their school, for their home, their commercial office space, dental, medical office spaces, etc. So in trying to clarify or separate so many options, I think I can best explain it by using our own experience. When designing the LifeAire Systems air purification technology nearly 10 years ago, we thoroughly reviewed and considered many of these technologies to incorporate into our overall system to provide remediation of infectious airborne bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Our goals, however, for the comprehensive remediation of all infectious airborne pathogens included a complete kill or remediation on a single pass. So what I mean by that is we didn't want the air to need to pass through our system 5, 10, 15, 20 times to remove all infectious pathogens. Our technology was clinically driven to protect the living cell and patients, and thus why we set the bar, if you will, so high. We also designed our technology to target bacteria, viruses, and fungi that are unfortunately both infectious and persistent in our environment. And they're also far more difficult to kill than COVID-19. So we're going to get through this pandemic, and it's important to deliver an air purification solution that will provide comprehensive and aggressive protection from our more common and persistent pathogens, those such as influenza, aspergillus, C. diff, MRSA, staph, strep, norovirus, etc. Many of the technologies that are out there right now, for example, bipolar ionization, needlepoint ionization, they function by creating charged particles to combine with and remediate the viruses and bacteria. Now, their data suggests that it can take up to 30 to 60 minutes to provide a reduction of 90 to 99%. Again, a comprehensive kill on a single pass was very important to us. Data from the use of a plasma-based technology was similar in providing a reduction in about 15 to 30 minutes. Other technologies such as PCO or PCO hydrogen peroxide can also be effective, but these use a catalyst called titanium dioxide to function. Now, we chose not to incorporate a catalyst in our system as it degrades over time, and thus the overall effectiveness of the technology can decrease over time. We've also heard from many that they're using UV in combination with HEPA filters or UV in the ductwork. UV is certainly not a new technology and can be very effective, but a number of metrics need to be carefully considered to provide the proper protection. You need to know the type of UV, the intensity, the the size of the space that you're trying to protect, the duct dimensions, air velocity, and several other critical factors specific to the space. Another technology using UV, it's called UV pulsed xenon, provides a 90% pathogen reduction in about 60 minutes, but it can also be associated with a very high electrical consumption. There's an absolute urgency to obtain and secure protection from airborne pathogens. There are a number of technologies available to help, and I hope that this has helped clarify some of the confusion. But please know that we're always here to help address questions or provide clarifying data if you find that helpful.
Thank you, Dr. Worrilow. What advice can you give people who wish to protect staff and customers from exposure to airborne pathogens, including COVID, at their businesses or public spaces?
Laura, another good question. To begin, I think I just want to say, we're fortunate to have a number of technologies available to help during and after this very historic period in time, but each require an understanding of what these technologies deliver. Do they create byproducts in doing so? How long does the particular technology that you're considering take to deliver a 90 to 99% remediation? Ask for their studies. Ask for their testing data, their publications that support their claims. What is their effectiveness over time if the technology is using a catalyst? If you're looking for protection of your school, your office, dental, medical practice, your home, this is an investment for you, for your staff, your patients, and your family. Take your time. Ask for the testing data and studies. Ask the right questions. Choose wisely. And finally, Laura, know that you're protected.